disgusting motherfuckers who don't care about Palestinians being murdered, who saw ICE raids under Joe Biden and didn't give a fuck. So if they didn't protest under Joe Biden and they're protesting under Donald Trump, this is nothing but a partisan action. And what do we know? Partisan actions are inherently counter-revolutionary. But also I think it's very distasteful. Because and I gotta be careful because I think we're smart enough to have multiple thoughts at once. If you protested under Biden and Trump, I'm obviously not talking about you. Looking sharp, Niko. Thoughts on these No Kings protests? What do you guys think? Seems like a lame lib action for virtual signaling.
I feel like they're focused on the wrong thing right now, ain't they? we could be going to World War III and they talking about No Kings protests. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, because to be frank, because of the way Trump has acted in the last 2 weeks regarding the immigration policies and the way he's launched federal officers, I get it. Like, yeah, he is acting dictatorial. I will give him that. But like, you know, this is not the day. I feel like maybe y'all should be like, hey, dog, like, can we not go to World War III? I feel like that should be, because what I will say though about this particular subject, y'all conservatives, y'all MAGA chuds who hate immigration so much, y'all must not hate it that much if you supporting this war. Because what y'all think about to happen? What y'all think about to happen? UK, y'all know Starmer just announced that he's sending military assets to the Middle East right now, even though Iran made it very clear, help them if you want to, we gonna bust y'all ass. They made it very clear. And you're sending them anyway. He said it's preparatory, right? He says preventative. No, y'all gonna use it to help Israel, right? Okay, what do these right-wing nationalist Brits stay complaining about, Nick? Immigration. And because they are closer, they are landlocked, or they're attached to them, so it's easier for them to get there. Okay, y'all think this is gonna help the immigration problem when all of the Middle East is in the Southeast Asia is discombobulated? No, you're gonna make your problems worse. Exactly. I don't know what y'all think is gonna happen, but that's what the result is gonna be. You dumbasses. Like, I don't know.
They're incoherent. I kind of like. I told you guys I gotta be careful how I say this because someone asked me about my thought about these protests. Not only am I not interested, they disgust me. You know what I mean? Because why are these people protesting? Oh my God, there are ICE raids going on under Donald Trump. There was ICE raids going on under Joe Biden, dipshit. So do you guys see why that disgusts me? So you only care because a Republican won. Now, to be clear, there are people who are heartbroken because their family is going through trauma because of policies under Donald Trump. These are the same people who will be engaging in direct action because these people was heartbroken and going through trauma under Biden. So I'm not attacking these people. You know what I mean? I'm not attacking the people who are victims of the government policies. I'm attacking the white liberals. I'm attacking these fake, disgusting motherfuckers who don't care about Palestinians being murdered, who saw ICE raids under Joe Biden and didn't give a fuck. So if they didn't protest under Joe Biden and they're protesting under Donald Trump, this is nothing but a partisan action. And what do we know? Partisan actions are inherently counter-revolutionary. But also I think it's very distasteful. Because I gotta be careful because I think we're smart enough to have multiple thoughts at once. If you protested under Biden and Trump, I'm obviously not talking about you.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah. Exactly.
Finney was out there. Much love to my sister Finney because she protested under Biden and Trump. I
scream at the top of her lungs, actually. Yeah. Like scream at the top of her, like, damn, I thought y'all cared about this 2 years ago. What? Like, Biden's he just like when I remember a while ago, whenever they voted to Democrats voted to give more money to ICE, and Afeni would scream at the top of her lungs like the rest of us, and everybody's like, oh, but you like Trump? Trump would have been worse. No, he wasn't. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like literally, I mean, just by the facts that we know, the Democrats are giving more money to ICE, more money to the feds, more money to cops, and y'all aren't doing anything except for saying, why are you bringing attention to it? Do you want us to end up with Trump and the Republicans? Well, what does it matter if we're going to have the same results?
Yep. And what did I tell you guys when I was covering this extensively? Like, Those was my lowest performing videos. Like whenever I would talk about that, but you guys know I didn't give a fuck. Like whenever I would do videos about ICE, whenever I did video about ICE, whenever I did videos about the rampant sexual assaults that was happening under Biden's ICE, those would be my worst performing videos. Like if I was averaging 1,000, those videos would do 200, but I wouldn't care. I would still do them anyway. You guys would roll your eyes like, oh, here's Nick talking about some depressing shit again, and I would still talk about it. And then when a Republican is in charge, I do a video about ICE. The motherfuckers get 5 times more views.
Yo, it's so true, dog. It's sad, but it's true. Because I talk about it too. I'm like, bro, y'all like ICE is like they're the largest human traffickers in the world, bro. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they don't Mexicans. I went to El Paso and I went to Juarez. I was in El Paso and Juarez, and I learned while I was there that a lot of the Mexicans who have American citizenship and Mexican citizenship choose to live in Mexico. They work in the U.S. and literally, oh no, it's safer in Mexico. It's safer on the Juarez side. I said, what? They said, yeah, because there, and at least in that particular situation, the authorities actually are trying to stop, human trafficking, the cartels, et cetera, et cetera. They are aware that the U.S. is facilitating it on the other side. Yeah. And by all accounts, that makes 100% sense. We know that people and kids go disappearing. They disappear under ICE's custody. That happens all the time. This is confirmed. ICE got caught having a whole damn human trafficking ring in Georgia. Actually, this was under the Trump administration last time, but it had been happening since the Obama administration, and they just so happened to get caught under Trump because people were paying attention. So that's what happens. We'll tell y'all the same thing for 4 years, but y'all only pay attention whenever it's the guy you don't like. Not y'all, but I'm just saying generally speaking. Y'all only pay attention when it's the guy you don't like that's in power. That's the problem. We are always playing catch up because y'all don't want to pay attention until it's the person that makes you feel icky. Like, nah, can y'all pay attention all the time, please? Because none of these people are on your side. None of them. Democrat, Republican, the ICE funding has been increased amongst every single administration, I think, since I've been alive. Like, that's insane, y'all. And everybody's like, man, it's Republicans. Republicans talk about it. Democrats just do it. They ain't gonna announce it. They're not gonna project. They're just gonna do it. You know how Democrats get down. Republicans got to beat their chest because that's part of their game. That's part of how they sell it. Democrats are just gonna do it.
Yeah, you're preaching, my brother. And that concept is exactly why they disgust me, because there was more deportations under Joe Biden, even at this point, if you compare the terms, than Donald Trump. And then Democrats, they'll turn around, they'll say, well, don't you know that's just because there are technically less crossings on the border under Donald Trump. That doesn't fucking matter. You guys still breaking up their families. You guys are still so according to liberals, they want good deportations. Whenever Democrats do it, it's the good version of deportation. And they can't even make the argument, Niko, that because they will say, well, I know that the system is icky, it's a hard conversation, but at least when Democrats run it, we run these institutions with empathy. Motherfucker, Biden, as I was covering, as none of the Democrats cared, Biden's ICE was using slave labor.
Literally.
And that's one of the reasons they were holding people longer than they had to. And the Biden administration was actively denying people court dates so they can keep them for slave labor. Talk about your passive. So that's what liberals believe. That's what Chuck Schumer believe. That's the Hakeem Jeffries. We believe in a passionate ICE. And this is what liberals and people like Rachel Maddow, they believe that ICE is a completely normal functioning institution. But then the second that Republicans win, then it becomes fascist out of nowhere. But then once you vote, then Niko, all we have to do is vote. We go to the voting booth on election day. We vote for a Democrat. Then all of a sudden, ICE is not fascist no more. Isn't that funny, guys?
They're compassionate. Oh, but the FBI or like everybody can ingest the fact that the FBI is corrupt. We know that. CIA is corrupt. Oh, of course. Police. Oh, of course. Like this is all the Democrat. Of course. Yeah, man. Like, well, yeah. ACAB, blah, blah, blah. Okay. ICE. Yeah. Well, hold on. Well, under Biden, it's different. What do you mean? Like, nah, I'm pretty sure if you look up, I actually am scared to look up how many Democrats have private equity in these detention centers, because people don't realize that these detention centers are private and they get money every single day. These kids or these adults are there, and that's why they they make sure to separate the kids off rip, because it takes so long for them to get in contact with somebody for them to be free. They know that. So like these politicians actually sit on these boards and make money off of, like, so why do y'all think it would be different? They're just quiet about how they go about their business. I would make, and some Republicans are conservative, like, well, they bust some immigrants in. I'm not even gonna argue with you. So maybe they did. Yeah, a lot of them get busted in just to get taken right the hell back out. They get busted in to be arrested. You understand what I'm saying? It's called kettling, right? How some of these protesters get set up, like Afeni was warning the other day when it came to that DC. Like, she was like, don't go, because they're setting y'all up. They're allowing you to protest, allowing you to think that everything is going to be okay, only until you fulfill whatever goal they need you to fulfill, and then they're going to bust your ass right back out, or put you in a detention center, get money off of you, and then send you on your way. But it's going to be the same result. It's just that they might use them to different ends. They might use those immigrants to different ends. But there's nothing compassionate about ICE, bro. I'm sorry. Like, it just does not. But I don't want to focus too much on this because, like I said, it's a rounds day. We got to focus on giving them all the love that they deserve.